Welcome everybody to our MIC monthly meditation. My name is Scott Quinn. Thank you so much for joining us. We are blessed to have with us tonight a very dear friend of the Marin Interfaith Council, Barbara Buckley. Barbara is a retired clinical social worker who found herself unexpectedly in a spiritual direction training program a few years ago. In the spiritual evolution that followed, Barbara came out as a spiritually fluid person. And some of her sources of spiritual nourishment are a Buddhist Tonglen practice group, music and words of Chochmat Halev in Berkeley, and regular participation at CCC in Tiburon. She's also grateful for her beloved godmother, Sister Tendai, who is a Roman Catholic nun for 77 years. And she's been married for 21 years, and she and her wife Barb live in Mill Valley. Barbara has a small spiritual companion practice for individuals and groups, and also offers Embodying Spirit, a contemplative practice on Zoom at noon on the first Friday of each month. And you can connect with her at spirituallyfluid1919 at gmail.com. And so thank you so much, Barbara, for joining us. It's such a blessing to have you in our midst. And we love you and thank you for leading us
tonight. Thank you so much, Scott. I'm so honored, really. It's a gift for me to have this opportunity to be with you and to share some of my experience. I'm especially grateful to MIC and to you, Scott, for your leadership and your support of my path. My path, I guess that's what I'll say. And I know for those of you who might not know this, Scott, this is Scott's last week as the executive director of Marin Interfaith Council, and going on to other explorations, but I know MIC will miss you a great deal, and I will in that capacity. So, but thank you. I get to be with you tonight and to share some of my own experience and practice. I'm grateful to see each of you. Actually, there's one person I know from a past life in another religious community. Yolanda, welcome. And Sherry, who's a current colleague, compatriot at CCC, and Leor, who will be participating and leading us a little bit later, is the musical director of Chochmat Halev, which is another source of wonderful nourishment for me. I just invite you at this moment well, let me tell you how we'll do this. I'm going to talk for a little bit, and then for me, I'm going to talk for a little bit, and then we will listen to a piece of music for meditation for about 5 minutes, a little bit more, and reflect on that for a bit. And then that's, for me, the place of individual connection to self and to spirit in this time of musical reflection. And then Leor will join us and lead us in a community celebration and connection with spirit through music. And he will lead us in that way. So how I got to music, I was thinking about this. What is this? I mean, I've always liked music, but how is it that music has become so important to me as a spiritual practice? And I realized that it probably really became real for me a number of years ago when I was in a spiritual guidance, a spiritual direction training program. And one of the things we were invited or required to do was to spend 6 months with someone who we wanted to walk with, who we inspired by, learn from, whatever. It could be somebody living, dead, any sort of person. And very, very surprisingly to me, I had no idea where this came from, but the person who came to me and invited me, or I invited them to be together, was Hildegard of Bingen. Now, I knew next to nothing about Hildegard, and I'd left my Roman Catholic roots long ago. So why is Hildegard coming to me and I have to spend 6 months with her? Anyway, it was a wonderful journey, but music of Hildegard, really became a part, just touched my soul. And I spent quite a lot of time learning about her, but also listening to the music of Hildegard. So I think that may have been the seed or the foundational part of how I came to seek music and appreciate music as a way of connecting with the sacred, a way of connecting with my spirit and my oneness with all that is. And all kinds of music does that for me. I mean, certainly music and religious services sometimes is very meaningful. But sometimes just listening, sometimes again, serendipitously, there's a piece of music that I hear on, some coming to me, and it helps me ground. And I was thinking so much about, for all of us in these times of change in MIC, change in our country, there's so much to wonder about and so much uncertainty that for me, music is a place that helps me kind of come back to myself and come back to grounding. So that's what I want to share with you. And I'm doing it kind of in 2 parts. The first part, in just a little bit, we'll listen to a piece of music that is surprisingly, I found out, actually written by a rabbi a long time ago, and he turned out to be rather a controversial sort. But this piece of music, and probably many others, has been sustained in many ways. And I've known it and heard it over the years. But amazingly, this past Sunday, it showed up as a piece of music offered at CCC, Community Congregational Church, where I was like, oh, I remember that. And so, as with many things in my life, I thought, oh, I think this is a sign for me. So return again is the piece. And I've chosen to have us listen to the piece as recorded by and sung by Betsy Rose. So not at all, I saw many different recordings of this, and some of them were done actually at a Shabbat service. I thought Betsy Rose in some ways is neutral in terms of religious, and but also just sings beautifully about this. So my invitation to you at this moment, before we put on the piece of music, is simply to settle into whatever is the most comfortable way for you to be. You can be sitting or standing or lying down or moving, whatever it is that feels right in your body at this moment. And actually, before you even do that, to just speak a little bit to your body for a minute and ask it what it needs, where it is, what it wants in this moment. Just see how your body is feeling. And if there's any particular place, part of your body that is wanting some special attention from you or from spirit in this evening, in this time. So just be with your body for a minute. And I think in closing your eyes, if that is helpful to you or not, I really recommend you not engage at this moment with the screen that is in front of you, but just engage as best you can with your body, with your desire to connect more deeply to self and to spirit. So let's, Scott, if you would begin with us, and we will be with this piece of music. Just allow whatever comes into you to come, And without judgment, just notice what you feel, what you think, if you think things, sort of how it is. And then we will be with this in our own little individual places for the next few minutes. So thank you, Scott.
Is the music playing?
I'm not hearing it either.
It was there and then it went.
Silence has its own sound.
Let me start it again since we had some technical difficulties. All right,
Thank you, Scott.
let's start it from the beginning.
Return to the land of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your soul. Return Return to the land of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your
Just invite you to be with yourselves, with your body in the silence for just a minute or two before we move on to the next part. So I hope for each of us, we've found a way through that music and through that time, through the silence, to return to ourselves, to our soul, to what is meaningful to us, so that we can be even more present as we move into this next part of music as spiritual practice. So I'm so grateful and honored that Lior Sarfardi is joining us this evening for a few minutes. He is the musical director of music at Chochmat Halev, a Jewish, I don't even know whether we call it a synagogue or a spiritual community anyway, in Berkeley. And during the pandemic, Lior hosted a weekly Zoom gathering called Heart Songs. Now it's monthly, not weekly, but it was one of the places that grounded me extraordinarily for several years and continues to. And I'm not Jewish, and I don't understand a lot of Hebrew, but Lior is amazingly generous. And actually the group is primarily Jewish, but not exclusively. And Lior has a wonderful way of including us, each of us, all of us, however we are and wherever we are. So I had asked Lior if he would offer to our group a piece of the kind of thing that he has offered every month at Heart Songs. And he said yes. So Lior, I just invite you to unmute yourself and just be here. However else, if there's anything else you'd like to say about yourself.
Yes.
Please.
Hi everybody. Hi Barbara. Thank you so much for inviting me. I was saying, I was just so happy to hang out with Barbara and the group here that I forgot that it's my partner's birthday today. And I was like, wait, Barbara, we might have to change the plans, but it all worked out. So thank you for being with me. And I thought maybe I'll share a few songs, and then we can also, I know with the intention of today, which is kind of experiencing and learning about how music can make us feel, how music can change the way we experience the moment and overall life. I want to take you with me on a little musical journey if you're up for it. What do you think? Okay, great. Can you hear me okay? Okay, great. So maybe we'll start, if you're comfortable, start by, I know I've been kind of in and out of the room listening to what you were doing, going inside and outside and have this ability of kind of move between the worlds. So I want to invite you first to go inward with me. And just notice, even just as the guitar strings are starting to play in the background, how that already has an effect on our emotional world, on our nervous system. Even without creating any intention, there's something about listening that maybe grounds us or softens us or bring us back into the moment. I'm going to start with a song that Barbara and me and the group are singing every time we meet, and it's called Sending Your Light. And Sending Your Light is a healing prayer. Originally was written by Melanie DeMore, who is a local, some of you might know her, a Bay Area, an amazing activist and vocal activist and a musician and a teacher. And I adopted that song and added a little bit of Hebrew words to it. And when we sing it in my community and in Heart Songs, it's like saying we're sending you healing, we're sending you good health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health, whatever you need. And I'll teach you real quick the song. It's very simple. The first part is I'm sending you light. I don't think I ever spoke it, so I have to sing it. Let's see. I'm sending you light to heal you and hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. Let's try that together. Try that. Sending you light. Sending you light to heal you, hold you, and hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. I can kind of hear you. Let's try it again. Sending you light to heal you and hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. There comes the Hebrew part, which pretty easy. We're saying the words El Na. Let's say it together. El Na Refa Na La. It's kind of, it just rolls in your tongue. El Na Refa Na La. El Na Refa Na La. And in the Hebrew Jewish tradition, it's the chant you say for somebody who is originally struggling with physical health, but it became a kind of a medicine prayer chant that says, may you find healing. The words says, please find your medicine. May the medicine will find you. And it goes like this. El na refa na la. Let's try it together. El na refa na la. One more time. El na refa na la. El na refa na la. El na refa na la. Looks like you got it. One more time. El na refa na la. El na refa na la. El na refa na la. Let's start from the beginning. We're singing. Sending you light to heal you, hold you, and hold you. We're sending you light, hold you in love, to hold you in love. Sending you light, we're sending you light to heal you, hold you, and hold you. Sending you light, sending you light to hold you in love. El na refa na la, el na refanala, elna, elna, refanala, oh, elna, refanala, elna, refanala. I want to invite you to, when you say those words, sending you light to heal you and hold you and love you, when you're chanting those Hebrew words, may you find your medicine. Just notice as you go into your heart, go inside. Maybe there's someone, maybe there's a place, maybe there's a nation or a place in the world or a neighbor or a good friend that you want to dedicate this prayer to. There's something about dedicating a prayer. It's like you're telling it where to go. It's like putting a stamp on it. You're giving it a direction. So if you're comfortable, you can either say those names of the people and places that you're singing for, that you're sending healing and light. And if you also want, you can write those names in the chat box. This way you you're putting it out there. You're giving the prayer a place to go. May all the names and the places that you are bringing today, may this prayer, may our hearts, our voices, and maybe harmonies and rhythms, may they find those people and places that we are singing for today. We're sending you light, sending you light, sending you light to heal you and hold you and you and you. We're sending you light to hold you in love. Oh, we're sending you light to heal you and hold you. Oh, sending you light to hold you in love. Elna, 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 refanala, refanala, Elna, refanala, Elna, refanala, oh, Elna, refanala, may you be well, Elna, refanala. We're closing and sealing this prayer with a wish, with an intention, with the words Refuah Shlema, which in Hebrew means complete and full healing. And you don't have to be Jewish or Christian or Muslim or Hindu or a Bay Area hippie like me. The intention behind this one is just to say all deserve of healing. Everyone, everywhere. Refuah Shlema. Refuah Shlema. Try it, try it. Refuah Shlema. Oh, Refuah Shlema. Refuah Shlema. We're sending you Refuah Shlema. Oh, Refuah Shlema. May you be safe, may you be well. Refuah Shlema. Your your family and friends. Refuah shleva, all beings. Refuah shlema. Beautiful. Thank you for singing with me, everybody. Barbara, what do you think? Do you want? Is this enough? Do you want to have one more song? What feels good for you? I'm happy to. I just don't know exactly where you are in your arc.
I think if you want to do one more short song, and I think also, Leora, if you'd like to let people know how to get on your mailing list if anybody's interested in Heart Song moving forward.
Absolutely. So Heart Songs right now meets every Tuesday, usually, unless we're in the first Tuesday of each month. So our next gathering will be in the first Tuesday of December. If you look at my name there, you can just write my name, leortzarfati.com, and you will find my website, and then you can just shoot me an email. Anybody here, are you all in the Bay Area, more or less? Okay, yeah, okay, great. So I can also send you links to my concerts and gatherings, and everybody's welcome. Yeah, please. And again, just like Barbara mentioned, it's really the intention of our gatherings on Tuesdays is just getting together, hanging out. Some of those people we've been singing together for 4 years now. We have friends in Canada, we have friends in the Midwest, we have people from all over the place, and it's really sweet and feels like a little family, which Barbara is a huge part of it, and always fun to have her there with us. I'm going to close maybe with a beautiful song, poem, prayer by Rumi, by the prophet. I call him the prophet Rumi, and it was originally written in Farsi, translated by Coleman Barks into English, and I composed it a couple of years ago, and it's always good to sing the song. It talks about the connection of all beings, and especially these days with everything that's happening in the world, with the war and the suffering, and just a good imprint of connection to all things. So I'm inviting you, if you want, you can either sing with me if you find the part that you like, or you can just close your eyes and go deep inside and listen to those beautiful, this beautiful poetry by Rumi. And this is thank you for having me. After this song, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you, Barbara, and thank you so much and it's an honor for me to hang out with your people. There's a part that you can all sing through the whole song. It goes like this. Dea, Dea, that's it. Dea, 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 Dea. I'm not a Christian or a Jew. I'm not a Muslim, not Hindu, Buddhist, Sufi, or Zen. Not any religion. I'm not from the east or from the west, not out of the ocean or up from the ground. I do not exist. I do not exist. I do not exist. My place is the placeless, a trace of the traceless. Neither body or soul, I belong to the beloved. I've seen the two worlds as one, and that one called to and know. Oh, first, last, outer, inner, only that breath. Breathing human being. First, last, outer, inner only that breath, breathing human being. You know this part, right? They are, they are, they are, they are, they are, oh, they are, they are, they are. I'm not a Christian or a Jew. I'm not a Muslim, not Hindu, Buddhist, Sufi, or Zen. Not any religion. I'm not from the east or from the west, not out of the ocean or up from the ground. I do not exist, I do not exist, I do not exist. My place is the placeless, I'm a trace of the traceless. Neither body or soul, I belong to the beloved. I've seen the two worlds as one, and that one called to and know. First, last, outer, inner, only that breath, breathing human being. First, last, outer, inner, only that breath, breathing human being. First, last, outer, inner, only that breath. Have a good night, my good friends. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you so much,
Thank you for
Leor.
having me.
We'll want to come off mute and just say thank you to Leor, and then we'll continue.
Thank you, Leor.
Thank you, Leor.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Mwah. Take care of yourself.
All right, take
Bye-bye.
care. Happy birthday to your wife.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, well, so I think I just thank you all for participating in this exploration, I guess, or coming along with me with some of the ways in which music touches my soul and helps me to be more of a human, I think. So I think we will close this this section and then open, and the recording will end, and then we will have the floor open for people to share responses or questions or whatever else.